Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to my channel. This afternoon we are filming in the amazing YouTube space in central London. I'm joined by Basil, who has a YouTube channel. We met here a couple of weeks ago at a collaborators event, and he was telling me about his channel, which is called BTech, where he reviews technology, phones, tablets, things, everything technological.
Yes.
Technological.
But that's not why I'm here.
That's not why he's here. Basically, when we met at the event, well, you can introduce it.
I beelined for Lauren and basically said, I lost loads of weight too and I think you're amazing. So that's where it all kicked off.
Yeah.
We've got another video that's more in my style, but Lauren then threw a curveball at me and said that she wanted to talk to me about my weight loss experience, as I'm a man and she isn't, and I might be able to add something to the mix.
Exactly. As soon as he said, because I approached this man who, very handsome, 6'4", and he just said, I've lost loads of weight, and I just think I squealed probably really loudly because I'd like to squeal. Wait, no. So basically, as Basil said, I just want to interview him and get a kind of male perspective on weight loss. So I've got a few questions. So how much have you lost? What was your start weight?
So for men who want to lose weight, a lot of them, if they're anything like me, tend to lose weight and then bulk up a bit because I'm tall, 6'4". If I just got really, really slim, I'd look quite lanky. So I went from around just under 20 stone, and I went down to just over 12 odd stone. So I was really, really light. And now I've bulked up. So I think I'm between 14 and 15. I'm 90 kilos, whatever that is.
I will add that Basil's trained as a personal trainer.
Yes.
So not only have you done it,
Technology.
Oh my God. So not only does he have the amazing experience of losing weight, he's now trained, so he knows what he's talking about. So how did you start off? What did you do?
So the first thing I did was I felt something change, like something has to change. Tomorrow I can't accept what I'm accepting today. So that was the very first thing. Then I learned about low GI diets and I researched it and tried to figure out what I was doing wrong and how to do things right.
Did anything happen to make you want to change?
I went into a bar. I was the biggest thing in the room and I just wanted to be the smallest thing in the room, and all the guys around me were like just even normal. They didn't have to be super buff, and I just felt really, really like I wanted to be invisible, and I never ever wanted to feel that down on myself again. I think like growing up as an overweight kid is really, really hard because you internalize so much hatred towards yourself. But I think what happened then was it just hit a point of climax, and I saw how much fun everyone who wasn't me was having, and that's when like the big penny dropped. Lots of pennies have dropped along the way, little pennies, but that was the big penny.
That was the pound coin.
Yeah, there you go.
What were your expectations at the beginning when you first started your journey?
I had no idea what to expect. I honestly didn't think, and you said this about yourself, I didn't think I was going to do it. It being make that big transformation that would affect the rest of my life. But what I had come to accept was whatever change I was making was for the better by comparison to what I was doing there and then. And that was enough. And that needs to be enough, because as long as you can say you're better than you were before, then you're good.
Exactly. Great answer. How would you say that your mindset has changed throughout the journey?
It's become one of now everything's subconscious. When you do something for long enough, it becomes a way of life. Like things like planning my meals, I'm terrible at. I don't always get to do that. Whereas when I was younger, I always got to do that. But because I'm more knowledgeable about the kind of foods I can eat when I do eat out, when I'm getting a takeaway with mates, the kind of things that won't make my diet trip up, that's it.
Like he even has his lunch here today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
his delicious tuna egg salad niçoise.
My mum made it.
Mums are the best, aren't they?
Mums are the best.
Mums have come to the rescue quite a lot today. Yeah. What's your favourite exercise now?
My favorite exercise is running. I would only ever train when I was losing weight initially, when it was nighttime, and I'd go for a jog because I was too embarrassed. And I'd wear the baggiest trackies, and I'd wear a hoodie as well, like you. So no one could recognize me in my local area while I was jogging away, and I was getting chafe burns on my inner thighs. But now when I run, it feels like I'm flying by comparison. I really appreciate being able to run. So yeah, running.
Yeah, because I'm just adding this in and he doesn't even know this question's coming. Did you like exercise before?
No, well, no.
Yeah, no, because I love it now, but it's so people think that we were generally active and we liked it, but you can completely change yourself.
Yeah, and it's the thing is, you don't tend to like anything you're not very good at naturally.
Yeah.
You're not drawn to things, or you persevere at things that you're not inclined to do. But by your very nature, the fitter and thinner and healthier you get, focus on the word healthier there, the better you are at exercise, and the less painful it is, and the less thigh chafing you get, and stuff like that.
Exactly, because it's easy to, when you first start, think this hurts, it's horrible, I can't breathe, and to think of all the negatives. But if you think about the positives,
and I lost my asthma.
Oh really?
So I had asthma, don't have asthma anymore.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I used to wheeze when I used to go running 10 meters, and now I haven't used an inhaler for years. So
wow. So get to it. This is such an important question. How do you stay focused and committed?
I have identified myself with someone who cares about their body, and I'm growing to love my body. So it sounds a bit naff, but on a kind of I grew up resenting it, basically. So I've had to retrain my brain a bit into thinking, do you know what? You're actually all right. You're doing well by your standards, and you're just good. You're good. So that's the first thing, is retrain my brain to kind of change how I think about myself. Also, the personal trainer qualification that you're doing, as soon as I identified with that role of the personal trainer, I felt immediately I had an obligation to lead by example. Up until that point, I was only ever doing it for me, which is all the reason you need, don't get me wrong. But after that, I'm now a personal trainer. I haven't worked as a personal trainer for years because my main job's too full on. But I'm still a personal trainer in my head. People ask me questions about fitness. I want to know a right answer to give them. Just change the way you identify yourself, whether it's with regards to your body or who you have to answer to.
How has it changed your life?
I'm a completely different person.
Yeah.
I can't even think what I'd be doing now if I hadn't made that decision, lost that weight. What's reassuring is I went through a mad kind of baking phase last year, where I baked for 5 months straight and stuff like that, and I actually put on I put on 8% body fat, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I was starting at 15% and I went up to 23% body fat.
Okay.
And that made me realize I fundamentally haven't changed. I'm not now one of those annoying genetic that just can't put on weight if they try. And it made me more resolved. For the rest of my life is as it is. I watch what I eat, and that in the long run actually makes me a healthier person, and I'm actually quite grateful for it.
Yeah. Any future fitness goals?
Yeah, I think I've covered it pretty much, but it's literally just keep a level head. Don't compare myself too much to everyone else around me. Make sure because also, this is something I didn't say earlier. When I see other people with their giant arms and they're huge, whatever it is, I'm just like, oh God. And then I see guys who are just incredibly ripped, and it makes me I really want to just push that extra bit of weight. When I start doing that and I'm going to go crazy, that's when I injure myself even. And because my whole mentality shifts from being really rational and trying to better myself to being irrational and trying to make my genetics match someone else's genetics, when that just can't happen. So be honest with where you're at and who you are and what you can actually do. And it turns out if I'd known when I was starting to lose weight that I could do this, I wouldn't have believed it. And if I'd known, I probably would never have got here. because I'd be comparing myself to the wrong person. I needed to compare myself to exactly where I was, and that's what I need to see now. I think that's a really important thing. Keep your headspace in line with where you're at now.
Yeah, I really like that advice. I think if I'd have seen a picture of the way I look now, I think it would have completely scared the hell out of me. And it may have made me go, just eat in the dark.
Self-sabotage kind of, because that's not you at the end of the day. You now, you look like a completely different person, obviously.
Yeah, so do you.
Yeah, and as my old self, I still quite liked myself when I was I didn't like how I looked, but I wouldn't want to be a different person. Any
top tips for somebody starting their journey?
I would say arm yourself with knowledge. That was the first thing I did after I had a make or break, kind of I need to lose weight. Also, get to know your body. You're older than you've ever been before, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I'm old, that's bad. That's good, because you've never known your body better than you know your body now. And if you know your body and you have the knowledge, you're in the best position you've ever been in to make the change. And you can be really honest with yourself, and being honest with yourself is super important. It's when you've overeaten, when you need to make up for it, when you haven't done the exercise you're meant to do. And I'm terrible for guilt. I guilt trip myself on everything. It's about shedding the guilt, but owning the responsibility that you have to your body. So finally, it is about just changing your entire life, because it's not a diet. If you decide to kind of watch your carbs, you've got the knowledge to make it a full life commitment and enjoy that life and enjoy watching your carbs, because it means you'll appreciate the additional carbs when you do have them, if you decide to have them, and just enjoy life.
Yeah, really. It's about balance.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much for being on my channel today.
Thank you.
It's such a lovely thing to have not only someone on my channel, but someone who has so much knowledge. We've actually filmed a video over on Basil's channel where I have reviewed my favourite fitness apps to help with your journey, weight loss, tracking, everything. So if you head on over to BTech, the link's all below or here for the video on his channel.
It'll also be on your channel at some point too,
yes,
maybe?
Yes,
but if you do want just mobile techie phone stuff, then you can check out BTech as well, because we do tech. Yeah,
we like phones.
But thank you. That's a massive privilege. Really, really, really grateful to have been on your channel.
Keep losing, keep smiling, and I'll see you over on Basil's channel.